Want to keep up with the latest Camodo gaming videos? Be sure to subscribe and click that bell. Alright, I think it's time to add everybody's favorite character. We've got Miss Oblivious Grandma, and today she's not oblivious. She's actually angry. She's a fan of brick rigs, and she's a fan of Bob, not Dob, so she's gonna be standing right in Dob's way, and you know what? She's angry. And what do old people do when they're angry? They hit you with the purse. So let me go and grab a purse for her. Yes, you know what? Grandma's gonna be smacking Mr. Dobb there with her purse because that makes total sense. Good luck with that, Grandma. You're gonna have some problems, I think. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Tiny Town. And yes, folks, we are back once again. And today, we have, I don't want to say it's a new disaster. It's going to be a continuing story of something that we were doing probably about a month ago. So as you can see and as you can hear, the sirens are going off. Bob is coming to the city and he's attacking it. He's blowing up buildings and all the people are running. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, Camodo, last episode you started to build a train. Why aren't you continuing that? And that's going to be a thing. I will continue that probably next episode, but I was looking at my map here and I was like, man, this area looks so sad. It's completely empty. This is where Dobb was supposed to go from Brick Rigs. And we are finally going to do that here today, so we will continue the train stuff and that side of the map. But I had some people actually comment like, hey, Camodo, you know you've kind of forgotten about this section here. It's pretty empty. So I'm going to acknowledge that. We are going to do a Bob versus Dobb face-off. It's going to be awesome. And this place over here is no longer going to be sad. Look at the sad place. It's so empty. So we're going to be doing that here today. We will also be running another poll for the next disaster because I've been running pretty much the same poll, but I look in the comments section and there's actually a lot of good stuff. So I've actually added some new options up there. So be sure to vote on that. We're going to be doing this here today. If you're enjoying Tiny Town on the channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and let's do a Bob versus Dobb face-off here in the city. And I think the military is going to be involved. Alright, so you have Bob. He's coming out from the sea. He's destroying some buildings. I think Dobb is going to be standing right here in the roadway. So you can see Bob. Now, question is, Bob was easy to build because we had the right colors, the right shapes. Dobb's a little bit different. And oh boy, you know what? Dobb might have to be a little bit different color. Maybe we can do the Brick Rigs Armed Forces Dobb or something. Actually, let's see. What do we have? That is... no. Oh, boy. Oh, did we make a mistake here, folks? No, this is our colors. Alright, well, you've got a yellow. Or we've got a... Is this like an orange? Dobb might... Maybe Dobb's got a little bit of a tan here. We might go with the orange. So say that would be Dobb's color. Even though he's more of a tan, but I don't have a tan here. And we've already said we're doing Dobb, so maybe this is going to be some sort of Mega Dobb or Evil Dobb. There we go. We're going to call him Evil Dobb. Well, if he's Evil Dobb, wouldn't we color him something else? You know, we're going to go with orange. Maybe orange and black. So there's going to be your colors for Dobb for the time being, since we don't have any sort of color wheel or any way to make it. I guess I could go with doo-doo brown. You know, we won't do that. So yeah, we're going to go with those colors here. Now, Dobb's head is actually this shape. So let's go ahead and move that. Now, we're going to come over here. Let's go near our buddy here, Mr. Bob. Now, Bob and Dobb, they normally set about the same height. So that would be Dobb's head. Okay, so we're going to go over here. And we're going to build from the top side down. We're going to make Dobb's head a little bit bigger. There we go. So that's going to be Dobb's head. So he's going to be smushing through these buildings here. Alright, we can do this. So Dobb is always connected by little black pieces here. And we're going to turn off snapping real quick. So Dobb's connection points would be something like that. So that would be Dobb's head. Head might be a little bit on the big side. I'll have to look at some more reference pictures, but I'm liking the way this is starting. Alright, I've got a bit of an idea here. So, this is not going to be your normal Dobb. Since he's already orange here, we're going to make him a little bit bigger than Bob. So, some people have had some theories about why Bob and Dob are in the city, and we're going to turn the tables. A lot of people always think of Dob as the innocent one, but this is going to be more like Dobzilla. And Bob's coming in, even though admittedly, you know, when Bob tries to save the day, he normally destroys some things. He's coming in here because he's here to fight Mega Dobzilla. Plus, we'll have some military coming in here. So you can see that I'm kind of making him in a little bit more of an aggressive stance. He's going to be a little bit more hunched over and like ready to fight. I might lift him up a little bit here, but I'm actually liking the shapes here that we're using. So I'm just doing his connections. All of his connections are black. So we'll move him up a little bit. But his body is always one color. So let's go and correct that head a bit. There we go. And then we'll stick his joints in. And yeah, he's going to be like super, super aggressive. Possibly we'll even have like missiles coming out of him or something. I don't know, I think this is actually going to look cool, even though we've changed it up a little bit from what I was originally going to do here. Alright, so we are still in the midst of building Evil Dob, Mega Dob. So what I'm doing here, I'm actually going to take some of the, basically some of the ideas from the Apocalypse Dob, where he had the spikes on him, and I'm going to kind of use some of those in certain points here. So I'm thinking maybe we can add some... I'm actually in the workshop stuff. What am I doing? Let's go over here. I'm going to add some of the spikes here, which they have some really nice pointy cones, which we're going to make those silver. So those might be actually... maybe those will be pointing out of his back like that. Let's kind of give him that evil look here. There we go. And I might use them for his shoulder blades, too. What does that look like? That actually looks pretty good. Let's move this one down a bit. This is going to take a little bit of shaping and stuff, because right now he's kind of in a rough form, but I'm just trying to get the basics down. I did add red eyes to him, which I've used the red eyes in some of the screenshots. I'm thinking that's pretty good too. Alright, so we are still working here. We're going to give you another little progress update into Dob. Dob's leg proportions are actually almost right. I might add a small layer this way. His little joints here, they were a little bit tricky, so I had to use these hoops opposed to using actual like cylinders like this because of the way his legs are and the black parts of the joints work. So we're going to make some modifications there. His arms should be in kind of an extended pose. I thought about putting like a gun or a missile launcher on one hand, so he's coming at Bob over there. You know what? Is Bob's head one piece? We're probably going to need to turn this. He's got to acknowledge, and that's actually scary looking. That thing, I'm sorry, Bob. Dob looks much bigger than you on this one. So let's go ahead and put his head aiming that way. Kind of looking at Dob. Gonna go get his revenge. Because maybe this Dob took out the other Dob. I don't know. Okay, so we're trying on some weapons for size. I think maybe he'll have a weapon in one hand. Possibly, this is a minigun, by the way, but we might change this up. And I'm thinking he's going to have, I don't know what's going to be in his other hand. Maybe some sort of blade hand or something? I'd probably have to make a custom one of those. So you can see his arms are kind of reaching out. He's still in the running pose. He's going to be knocking over all sorts of buildings and stuff there, too. Very cool looking, but I'm still playing around with these shapes real quick. I'm debating if I want missiles coming out of them or what I want coming out of them. Ooh, those tanks are going to be really cool because we could use those, especially once we start doing some ground attacks here. You know what? I'm liking this right here for his melee weapon. It's going to be a big, like, steel ball on his hand, and it's got the little spikes coming out of it. That would probably hurt really bad if he got punched by it. Or if he decided he was going to hit a building, which I'm pretty sure he's already done a couple of those. We might actually finally get to use some of the destroyed buildings also in the military pack. Just the normal destroyed buildings and not the, like, all apocalyptic looking ones. So, look forward to getting to use those too. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with Dob so far. Let's correct this thing here a little bit over. So, Evil Dob's got a melee weapon, which I just shows you guys that with the spikes on it. Plus, he's got a minigun attachment for his arm, and it actually shoots out missiles. So you can see the missiles going through the air. They're actually impacting some of the buildings here. And he's in a full dead charge, or dead sprint, to Bob. So, I'll need to place some buildings below him. Actually, you know, the more I look at this, the more I really like the way it came out. I would have liked to have had, like, the tan for Dobb himself, the normal color. But since we've had several different versions of Dobbs, like the Apocalypse one was like a red Dobb, we'll go ahead and make this Dobbzilla this orange. So I think I've got most of his details down. Had to make some changes here with the legs. Got his big boots, and he's always got like the peg on the backside. So overall, very happy. Let's go ahead and scale this up all the way. So say if we were standing on the street here, this is the scale. Let's get down street level. That is what you're looking at. That is a big Dobb. Bad Dobb. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Now, I know we have the military pack. Of course, we're going to have a fight. They're trying to defend off the, attempting to defend off the city. That's a big Dobb. But look at these buildings here in the military pack. These are like half blown out. These will work perfect here in the city. So I can do that and still do some of the building collapses. Heck, we might even go through and replace some of the buildings in the actual parts we've already done with some of this stuff, because it's good stuff here. Okay, so I was able to use some of the buildings from that military pack. You can see some destroyed buildings here. There weren't as many as I thought there was. There was a lot more in the zombie pack, but a lot of those have like overgrowth on it. So I'm trying to debate on Dobb's path. Did he drop from the sky and come down through here and then took off running, or what was it? You know, I can't destroy this area here. We might have to have like an impact here. Maybe this is one of these houses, you know, I have to put a bunch of fire and stuff. Maybe this is where he landed. He took off running, like his leg caught some of these buildings, and then he's going to be smashing through several buildings over here. Now, I do want to finally use one of the big buildings, one of the real buildings, which I think it's going to be the Sky Needle. Let's see. Is it this one? Or the Space Needle? We have not used that, have we? I think we used something that looked like it, but I think he's going to be toppling, or he's toppled over this one. Let's turn off the snapping, zoom this down a little bit. So this thing's going to be falling. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good there. All right, so I need to add some more bigger buildings here to this area. We still have a lot of other buildings we can use. This was the one we used last time, was the Sky Tower. So that'll work. All right, I gotta get some more skyscrapers in here. Alright, so we've added some detail to Dobb here and what's going on below him. So obviously he's just pounding through buildings. We'll have to put some stuff flying in the air, but you can see the smoke cloud coming up. That one's not deep enough there. There we go. So yeah, you can see the smoke cloud coming up, and he's just charging through. And these cop cars, they're booking it out of here. They're like, you know what, we've had enough of this. So we need the military, and this kind of explains something from a while ago, and that was me. Now, obviously, here I am, I'm the mayor, and there's Oblivious Grandma, which we'll add another one of her. But I was thinking that Bob was coming after me, and yeah, he's actually trying to save me from Dobb. That is frightening. So this would be about scale here. There is Dobb. Oh boy. Alright, so I thought of something. So as Dobb is charging through here, you know what? I was looking at these cop cars. These were actually on their way to respond to Bob. But I'm going to figure that maybe the military's in this area opposed to these cops. So we're going to set those back a little bit. Alright, so let's go to our military. We need tanks. We need people trying to defend against the Dobb invasion, or I guess I should say the Dobb and Bob invasion. Maybe Camodo, the mayor over there, doesn't even know what Bob's motivations are right now. So let's stick some tanks on the street here. Alright, so we're getting some military vehicles in here. You can see got some tanks coming from this side. Got a couple of them over here. Actually got a tank and a Humvee over here. And over here, there was an initial response, so maybe they knew he was coming. But some of these destroyed buildings here, and I've got an idea for this little area here. So you can see he came through here. He actually, I put this plane like it was knocked into a building. Now, he needs like an impact spot. Obviously, if he would have landed here, and as big as he is, he would have made like a little crater, or I would just say like a spot in the ground where it's really destroyed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an impact crater here. I've got a couple ideas as to how this will work. We're going to mix some different materials here, including these little spheres. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, I'm just in here adding some small details, some clutter items here to make the streets look really, really alive. So I've kind of stacked up some more stuff. I keep forgetting this is exactly, like, this is the street the bank robbery is happening on right now. So let's go ahead and zoom out a bit. Oh man, this is getting so detailed. Alright, I really need to clutter in this area here. You can see after he landed, he kind of landed right here. I'm still working on this little section here to make it look a little bit better. But you can see there's houses on fire, there's smoke, cars have been thrown, there was some military presence here. People are running down the street. He actually threw a car. Well, he probably didn't throw the car, he probably kicked the car into the building here. So I probably need to add some smoke to that real quick. Alright, I think it's time to add everybody's favorite character. We've got Miss Oblivious Grandma, and today she's not oblivious. She's actually angry. She's a fan of Brick Rigs, and she's a fan of Bob, not Dobb. So she's going to be standing right in Dobb's way, and you know what? She's angry. And what do old people do when they're angry? They hit you with the purse. So let me go and grab a purse for her. Yes, you know what? Grandma's going to be smacking Mr. Dobb there with her purse, because that makes total sense. She's going to attempt to do that. Good luck with that, Grandma. You're going to have some problems, I think. Alright, so we're making this military scene a little bit more intense here. What I've done, I've actually put weapons in almost everybody's hands. Let's replace this one. I'm going to need an additional rifle here. Let's go ahead and give this guy one over here. I think I spawned in a couple too many. Chunk that way over there. Alright, so they are, well, to be honest with you, they don't have a chance here. I mean, you got that thing charged in, and these people are on the ground. They're trying to hit it with tank rounds, and yeah, not much is happening. So you got some of the ground troops. Some of the people are smart enough to run away. You can see this guy right here. He's running. We got some more soldiers over here. I need some more weapons here to arm these guys. Let's give this guy a rifle. Other guy's got like a mounted machine gun, trying to take him out. You see there actually is some people in the vehicles mounting like the guns on the top. Over here we can go through some of the destruction. We got some soldiers helping each other out here, trying to pull them out of the tank that got destroyed. People climbing out. Very, very chaotic scene. I think for the most part we're about done here today. There's a lot of detail here. So let's zoom out real quick and we're going to check this out. Alright, so we have a view of the chaos. I absolutely love this view because this is one of my favorite views to build a lot of the buildings and a lot of the land pieces in. So we're really zoomed out. You can see you got the SWAT force up here trying to take Bob out. Bob is pounding through some buildings here to get to Dobb, who's charging through. Chaos on the streets. Miss Grandma is trying to, I don't know what she's trying to do. She's going to smack him with the purse here. So yeah, very, very good stuff. Now, it wouldn't be anything to do with the military if we didn't have some air forces. So I think that's what we're gonna end with here. We're gonna have maybe, let's do this attack chopper, which this thing I remember is scaled really down. It needs to be scaled up like that. Let's do this, make sure it isn't overscaled here. Alright, so you got that making its way in. We need some jets here, which, like I think I've said this last episode, it's so odd that the jets are in airport opposed to being in the military section now, since these are fighter jets. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these. I don't know what those are supposed to be. What are these supposed to be, guys? What kind of jet is that? I don't know. But anyways, they're going to be swinging through here. Let's get a pair of those. There we go. They're going to be flying in. And you know what? We're going to have a downed one. This one got smacked by Dobb here. And it's going to be impacting the Space Needle there because it got off course. Let's go and put some flames in here. There we go, like that. So it's just going to be an explosion happening here. And then I think that's going to wrap it up now. I think we've done a pretty busy scene here. Alright, that looks good. So it's impacting that. Alright, so let's zoom out a bit more. Got a helicopter. Do we have anything else for the Air Forces? I don't really think so. I think it's just down to... I guess we could do a couple Hueys coming in. And maybe they're going to be dropping off some troops. I actually do think those are in military. Alright, so we have some more troops inbound. This one needs to be scaled up slightly. So they're going to be coming in kind of a group here of Hueys. And they're coming in to drop some more ground troops in to help with the war effort. This looks like total chaos from back here. Just everything that's going on in the city. I absolutely love it. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode here today. Now, like I said, with the new stuff that we're going to be doing, I put some new options in the polls, and I think we might do one of those. We still do need to do the nuke, which is going to be the train. Part 2, which, by the way, if you missed that one should have flashed up on screen at some point during this video. But we will be doing that because that's something I think you guys would want to see. But we might actually do one of these new, more unique options in the poll next time. So let me know what you guys think. If you don't see your suggestion, comment below. Thank you guys for all the love and support here in Tiny Town, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you.